enjoyed them. We would like to now have a brief Q&A, invite up filmmakers, anybody you want to bring up, producers, cast, come on up, and we'll have a little Q&A. And everybody, give everybody a round of applause again. It was wonderful. Probably can come around this way, or yeah, right around to the and if you can come up forward here. Is everyone nice and cold? Feels a little chilly, right? Yeah. Got the mic. Come on. If you come right up down here, this way you'll be out of the glare. Hi, how are you? Congratulations. Give them a round of applause as they're coming up, making their way up. Welcome. Some of you, welcome back. If you don't see me in a minute, I went backwards. All right, so we'd like to start first. Usually we, and then if there's time, we'll open it up to the audience. If you want to start, we'd like to ask, introduce yourself, what film you were associated with, and if you're the filmmaker or the director, what was your inspiration for bringing this piece together?
Hi, I'm Natalie Roy, and this is Dana Mersha Schoenfeld, and we are here with Cayenne Pepper, with also Peter Elias, our executive producer, and we're very happy to present here. This is our New York premiere of Cayenne Pepper. Cayenne Pepper is a story about a woman who is replaying a life that she's no longer interested in living, and what does it look like when you allow your fantasy world to become your reality. So here we are.
Hi, everybody. Natalie brought the film to me. It was written by a British writer named Robert Samuelson, and Natalie and I were dear friends and wanted to work together, and I fell in love with the script and the concept of a woman's sexuality and stepping into the fantasy and the nightmare, and what does that look like. And we shot the film in 2 days, and it was Natalie, when she smashed the plate, stepped on glass and kept performing through it. She was like, we're in this. So a lot of the success is due to this very talented actress.
All the talent was great in every single piece, film.
I'm Mary Nitolo, and I'm the creative director of a company called The Studio. It's an animation studio, and we did A Simple Question, which was a commission piece brought to us by the Kellogg's Foundation. I think the piece was challenging for a bunch of reasons. I think primarily because the brief was just the script by a spoken word group called Kinetic Effect, which performs in schools primarily. I think one of the just things I wanted to mention about it was that the piece was finished about a week before Charlottesville, and the foundation was afraid for us to release it for over a year. So kind of the relevance of the moment was really, really touching for us to have completed that film at that moment and then not be able to release it. So, but it's here now, and thank you for selecting it. I appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Michael Slade, and together with my
Kevin Spiritus,
partner on the project, Kevin Spiritus, we were After Forever. We came together, we wanted to tell a story about gay men who were not 20-something.
or 80-something.
Or 80-something down the hall with a cat.
Because neither of us are that.
And to really,
I do have a cat, yeah.
but to show that gay men can be 40 or 50 or 50-something and still have vibrant lives and lives that are important and interesting and have story to them.
That pretty much says it.
Yeah, and we're in. We showed 3 episodes tonight. The first season is 8 episodes that are available on Amazon.
And as of November 13th, we'll be on the Binge Network. So that's our new announcement, and it will be, if you don't get Amazon Prime in the UK or USA, you can go anywhere in the world and hit in Binge Network and see our show.
But,
Thank you for having us here.
Oh,
my gosh, thank you.
Glad you're here. It was
Hi,
great.
I'm Mike Labadia. I'm one of the writers and producers of Today in New York, which is 5-episode mini web series, and
the director.
And the director, yes. And
We three wrote it together and produced it together, and then Mike directed it. And like he said, the full series is 5 episodes. Each is a short vignette. It's a dark humor, surrealistic telling of one girl's first and last day in New York.
living in New York.
Yes.
Yeah, and what's your name? What's your names, guys?
Oh yeah, I'm Maddie.
I'm Gus.
Yeah, and it's basically, we were inspired by, there's a lot of web series about 20-somethings in New York City. And we think this is a little, I like to think maybe, that it's a little different. And yeah, it's a first and last day in New York City. You can see it on YouTube. Yeah, that's it.
It has a fun ending.
Yeah, very fun ending. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Ajna Jai. I'm part of the Penny Patterson team with.
And I'm Juliet Brett, also in Penny Patterson.
Yes, our director can't be here today, but I know a big part of her philosophy or her thinking was that why can't a superhero be a woman and a woman of color? So that was a whole part of it and lots of other things, but I hope you enjoyed it and we're excited to be part of this festival, so thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's Johnny. I did the Temptation of St. Francis. Thank you. I had a St. Francis statue next to a Greek statue in my backyard. And my father took real exception to it. He didn't like it at all, you know. And then one day I walked out and the Greek lady had fallen over and broken, and the idea just popped into my head. So I put it down, and I'm glad you guys like it. Thank you.
Hi, thanks for having us. I'm Fred de Blasio, Doll of Torture, producer. It was a bit of a passion piece. 2 of my 3 sons are musicians. They wrote this ages ago, and they were afraid to actually put it out there as a single because it's really about the dangers of manipulation in many ways. And so I was really high one night with Nat Bolt, the director. And I played the song for her, and we decided to jump on this journey together. And we were incredibly fortunate to have a bunch of the folks. I live in Vancouver who work in the film industry support us, and there you have it. So thanks for having us.
In every film or every video or web series that we watched today, it seems like there was a lot of hard work, creativity, and everybody was absolutely who was in it brilliant, and the direction. I don't know if you want to work your way back, but we wanted to ask along the way what you found maybe with some of your work was challenging for you in the process in the shoot, in addition to how you came together with maybe some of your cast or some of your co-creators, how you ended up together or back together. I see some familiar faces, and I recognized a lot of people in the films as well. And it was fabulous. So you want to start that way and work your way back?
It's really tough to work with family. My son and I got in a sort of stare down at one point. It was fantastic to work with the rest of the folks. A lot of the crew were from Riverdale, and Nat Bolt's one of the actresses who was who directed this on the show, and she was a delight to work with. So were the rest of the crew. But yeah, be careful of working with family, I guess, is the bottom line. It all worked out in the end, though.
Family and animals.
That too.
They always say.
No, I guess for me, the hardest part was, finding people who wanted to work on a passion piece. And you pretty much have to find somebody who's as passionate about it as you are. And Zach and Alex were the 2 guys who, when I showed them the script, they were really into it. We motion captured it like in an afternoon, and then they really were the guys who, did the grunt work and got it done.
Yeah, for such a young director, Stephanie Donnelly, who directed our piece, had pretty much everything on lock and was very organized, but you can speak more to that.
Oh, no, she was insanely organized. At the second anything went wrong, she'd be like, no, and get it back on track. I feel like maybe the difficult part was trying to find a way to, for her and I, make Penny someone that you feel for, but you also don't think is being like too much, and finding that happy balance, and someone who finally speaks up for herself in the end. And also the mice. That was a difficult part. So.
Yeah, that must have been tough.
Yeah.
It looks really well.
Yeah, I think that It's a lot of microphones.
I was just going to say that.
I think, well, we all met in, at college, and a lot of the people we worked with, we met in college, so that's good, like, we knew, but we also casted a lot of people on backstage, stuff like that. Everybody turned out to be great, but we shot the series 6 days all over New York, having like our friends like guard our stuff while we would go run around the corner and just pop off shots, and it was very it was very guerrilla, which was good. I liked doing it, and everybody was so generous with their time, and we just stay. If we'd be shooting in East Harlem, and we knew somebody was like 6 blocks away from where we were shooting, and we'd go and we eat dinner there and go back out, and it was a labor of love from a lot of people and stuff like that. So it was good. I don't know if you guys have anything to add to that. That sums it up.
About 4 years ago, I get a tap on my shoulder at the gym from Michael saying, "Are you Kevin Spiritus?" And I said, "Yes." "And you are?" And he said, "You may not know my name. We never met." My face, but
you would know my name.
My name is on the scripts on Days of Our Lives. I was a writer on the end of your tenure, and
I joined it just as his
he
character
killed me off,
was
really.
killed off.
Anyway, Michael and I started a conversation about this topic, and web series and short form storytelling was very exciting to both of us, and we had stories to tell, and that's kind of how it all came together.
I mean, the big challenge stuff was, was just shooting around the city.
Yeah.
I mean, as you just talked about, and originally planning that that whole bicycle day was supposed to be on the West Side bike path, but who knows? Who knew? You're not allowed to shoot on that, even if you pay like $50,000, which we didn't have. But then shooting on the East Side one, but. It was really about, the big challenge was we shot the 8 episodes in 12 days, including one day that was just the openings. And it was a lot.
But, and I just want to thank the cast who's here. We've got Jamison Stern and Colleen Zank and Robert. Is Robert there? Yeah, this is Robert, Emmy. And
Jonathan Racin.
Jonathan Racin and David Dean Bottrell. And who else? Did I miss anybody? Anyway, and Jennifer Pepperman, our
wonderful
director, who
couldn't be here
tonight, but she got us in shape, and she did it.
All right.
Did you want to?
I would say probably for us it's a little bit less challenging because we got paid. We got paid. But I would say 2 challenges. One was the time period. We had to do 6 minutes of animation in about 8 weeks, and then it was sat on for a year, or more. And then I guess I think the other thing is, just coming up with images that move like that, and it has to be engaging really for young people. I mean, this goes to high schools primarily as the audience for it. The eye needs to keep traveling, and just coming with a consistent set of imagery that's going to take you through the narration. And then I'd say finally for myself, frankly, there are some lines in the thing that drive me crazy, like never buckled under the thing of doing what's right, which I don't agree with. So every time I heard it, like I would go insane. So things like that. But again, I say we were paid, so it's like okay, it was, Yeah.
It was really, really powerful, really well done. And Natalie and I met. We met through the Actors Green Room community and had been friends, and we're also in acting class together, and part of a group of people that were doing a lot of film challenges, like 72-hour film challenges, and I had done a bunch of them, and had cast Natalie in a pilot of mine that actually screened last year at the Big Apple. We just always really love working together. It's so much fun to work with people that you admire and respect and you love, and they're your friends, and you get to play together. So I was incredibly honored when Natalie asked me to direct Cayenne, and I'd say the biggest challenge, again, was the time, shooting in 2 days. And I gave Natalie the option of shooting in 3 days. She was like, no, we're doing this. We're getting this done. So that, The Glass in the Foot, and the Ronin. We shot with the... I really wanted tracks, but our DP insisted on getting the Ronin, and and it broke, and so that didn't work. We used the black magic also, so we were okay, but dealing with one camera when we thought we would have two, and then it took us 6 hours to get the first shot. So that was exciting. And then we had, 18 hours to make up our scenes. But everything was amazing, and I'm so proud of the work and proud of you.
Yeah, I think it was very important for me. The script was written by a man, and even though I participated in writing the script, it was really important for me to have a female director, because this is a female story for me. And the story came to me 7 years ago, and I said, well, I don't know why you wrote this for me. I'm never doing this. I have no idea what this is about. And then after 7 years, I went, oh, fuck, I have to make this movie, because I know exactly what this is about and exactly why it's important to make it. I think the most challenging thing for me was doing ADR of my own sex. Like trying to watch myself and go, so weird.
That's a great
And
point.
also having Dana direct this man on where to put hands and do things, because he had no idea what to do. And said with love, but women just know these things. So grateful for the team and the friendship and the laughs. And I did have the plate breaking was a rehearsal, but I was in it, and Dana said, let's roll on rehearsal, and we didn't know I was going to break the plate. I just irresponsibly broke it, and then had glass in my foot for 5 weeks. It was awesome. Memory of the film.
See, it looks so easy, but it's very technical. Well, we got to wrap it up. So if you have, we're going to do questions, but if you want to ask anybody questions after, feel free. We want to once again say what a fabulous welcome to the festival. What a fabulous job everyone did. You guys were great. Be careful. Excellent. Enjoyed it. It was great.